Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report. We will be looking at the US as well today. However, I want to start with the 15-minute chart here because if there's going to be a bullish market here, then we're going to see from this low here to this high here, this is the 50 and the 60% retracement level here, and obviously the support over here. It's also the top of group 1 of the 5-7 as well, so 10, 20 and 30. So this is where a bounce is going to come from if it's going to be bullish. So if there's going to be a bullish move, it's going to move up from here. But I would suspect that there would be a bounce off this 57.30, the top of group 1, but I wouldn't see it going too far here and then further down through here. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. Any rally off the 57.30, then it would really, for a long trade here, you would really need the 57.50 here as a nice support. Otherwise, this trend is still moving down here. But if there was going to be a bullish count, then it would have to be from this low here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 1, an A and a B and a C coming down here for wave 2. So any long trade would be on the 57.50 here. Okay. The other point that I want to note here as well, in the bullish weekly cycle, we would normally see Thursday as the bear day and then Friday as the bullish day, but we never saw Thursday as a bearish day. We saw it as a bullish day, so that would tell us that the trend is in bearish mode, even though the Thursday went up. So if Friday's going to come down, then Monday's going to follow it as well. Okay, so that's what I think. In terms of this chart, I'm just showing you a bullish pattern here and where to go along at if I'm wrong, On the daily chart here, just for a moment, I know this has been boring and complicated and so on through here, but I understand that the first, this leg here has got 5 waves in it. So that means after a correction to the 61.8% mark, then we would come down. It's just unfortunate that this has been a correction that's gone over 3 months or so. So it's been a little bit tricky. Now, it is possible, as I've mentioned before, that this wave 4 here is actually sitting right here with this here as an A wave down here, a B wave back up here, and then the C wave here as an ending diagonal triangle in this space here for wave 4 here. And then we would have wave 1 here, ABC for wave 2 here, up for wave 1 here, as I was just explaining on the 15-minute chart, back for wave 2 here, and then we move up from that point. That's the only bullish count that I can see. That's the only one left on the table, basically. And once this moves down here further, then that will probably be eliminated from that point there as well as being, wave 4 over here. Now, with this market, just in terms of patterns while we're here, the best fit here is an A wave here, then an A and a B and a C wave down here, then another for the B wave, then a C wave, then 3 waves for the D, then the E wave here. There is another count here that can possibly work out as well here, and that is having slightly different, basically the A wave here, and then this B wave here is actually over here, and the C wave is actually here as an A wave, a B wave, and the triangles in the B wave here with an A and a B and a C and a D, and then an E wave here for the B wave, and then up here. So there's only out of all of this, I can only see 3 counts. The bullish count is possible, but probably today we'll see that destroyed today, and that will just leave us with 2 bearish counts then, hopefully. Now, with this market here, it was the tech stocks that were leading the market higher, and the banks too. Not all the US banks, but some of the US banks. So with the Nasdaq here, As you may know, I've just been, counting along, and I was counting my last 5 waves up here, and well, to me that was a top. This little pattern here sort of threw me out a little bit because I was expecting a 5-wave sequence down and not a 3-wave sequence down. But this top is still in there, and also overnight we've got this moving down strongly through here, which, when we look at Amazon, for example, here I can count with Amazon on the daily here. We count up here, and we're talking about a target in here of, I can't remember what it was, but it was something like 1,030, 1,050, and it's spiked a bit higher than I thought. But still, the main point here is that that's sort of in play here, and this is the same. That high, this little correction here, and this nice clean high here, really helped me with looking at Google as well. So if I bring Google over here, this little ABC pattern here, which is the same as this one here, this one went really high here, and this one just went a little bit higher. So I wasn't, I was always sort of thinking maybe, maybe the wave 4 is over here for this one, and we've still got wave 5 to go up. But with the NASDAQ there and this one here, we've also got Apple as well, so counting Apple's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then counting 5 waves up here. So the 1 and the 2 and the 3 here, and the 4 and the 5 is really short here, but there's a really good chance that that's in here as well. So I think that if you're in any of these markets, you need to have a bit of a look. And also, the banking sector as well can be at a top. We're short Goldman Sachs already, but Citigroup is rolling over now and should go down further, and so the banks are at a serious top 2 as a wave 3 in the US, so they can all come down now as well. So this is the NASDAQ here. I'll just bring up the S&P 500 as well, because obviously that's important as well. Just on the daily chart here though, and we're calling this in as a top here, and that's really, this overnight, that move down here has really helped sort of put that in place a little bit now, isn't it? It's not like we have 5 waves in this first leg down here just yet. Do you know what I mean? We've still got, it could be an A and a B and a C wave coming down here and then moving up here again. We need to see that, but certainly this has helped sort of cement that top in there anyway for the first time really, or second time after this first move down here. This little move up through here pulled back up to the supply, and you can see all the little open and closes here. See how they all group together there? That's really where the price action is, and the strength is, and that's what that was retesting here. On our charts, we did count this up as 5 waves up here, so we were looking for a 61.8% pullback, but it's moved lower than that now, so that's good. So that puts us in, back on track into our bigger picture here, which I'm very happy with. So if those other markets are going to be in play here, then there's a really good chance that we can be starting this trend here now for this wave 4. I also want to point out too that even though I've got this wave 4 here, I've got wave 3 here and wave 4 here, in the bigger picture, which I won't go into today, is that this top here can also be wave B as well. So a much bigger picture to the downside as well through this 5-5 here, but I don't have any evidence of that just yet. So I need to stay with with what I can see, and what I can see at this stage is because we've got 5 waves here, then we should get 5 waves over here once this correction finishes here. It's just that this correction has been giving me, probably not only me, probably everybody else, a hard time as well. But we don't want to fall asleep during the correction, so this new high here might be the last sort of sucker high before we go down. So with that in mind, here, if I just go to the 6-hour chart here, not that it makes a difference, but this is, I think, this particular count here, as the A wave here, then an A and a B and a C wave for the B here, and then a C wave here, then an A and a B and a C for the D here, and then I'm counting this up. It can count up in 5 waves, but it also can count up in 3 waves as well. So I'm okay with having this wave E and B here. So the trick now that we're left with is that this move up through here, the 61.8% mark is coming down at that 5,730 area here. So if Friday is going to be bullish, then we're on track for a bullish market, and we would need to see this as wave 1 up here and coming back for wave 2, and we'll need to see that sort of be strong today and push up, and then push up on the Monday as well. But with that pressure from the United States and so on, it's likely this move will come down and find that 61.8%, that 5,730 as the retested resistance, and it is quite significant through here as well, that particular level there as well. But I would expect that we're going to get some sort of consolidation around here and then drop down again as well. But once we're on the other side of this here, I normally use 57. I'll just go to the hourly chart here for a second. So I normally use, to confirm things are going to be locked under, then it's the 57.30 is important because that's where a bounce will come from, but it's really the next one down, the 57.20 in group 1 here, 10, 20 and 30. The 20, once the 20, the number 2 here, becomes the retested resistance, then I normally find that the market's going to be pulled down to the 5,700. So if it's going to be pulled down to the 5,700, well then we're likely to have this as a 5-wave structure coming down here for wave 1. So coming back down to this old area down here, we need to count 5 waves down here if we're going to be bearish, and then there's going to be some sort of rally here, and then down here again. Now, I don't know how far we're actually going to get with this today and overnight here, but we'll need to be careful, because if Friday is bearish here, and there is some consolidation here, well then we're going to get a very fast drop over here. Okay, so there's plenty of political storms out there that can jar something in place at the right time, and Monday can do some damage. I was just thinking of 1987, actually. That's going back a bit, but we're on the right side then too, so that was cool. So just be careful about this. Let's work this. But certainly, if this moves back down here, we'll be looking at a bearish market from that point in. Now, just on the tick chart here, I've gone through here, and this move down here. I'm happy with wave 1 to here, wave 2 onto this one here, then wave 1 here onto that low, and then an A and a B and a C here for wave 2. This doesn't count very nicely as 5 waves here, but I have to sort of put it in place. And wave 2 here. This counts like 3 waves here, so I can't get my head around that just at the moment. I know it's squashed up into the 72 range there, so I'll need to sort of make some sort of guess about that. But this. It's still unfolding to the downside. I can get pictures of 5 waves in here. I can get 5 waves here. I can see we're going to get a bounce off to here. I can see we're going to get another 5 down to here. So we're in that bearish mode. I just don't know other things. I should take that as wave 1, back for wave 2, down for wave 1, back for wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to here, then a bounce back up. And then down again. So we're on that side, and that's where we should be at this stage. So I know we put some long trades out yesterday, so we're going to have to remove those and get short straight off the bat, and get net short positions in there, and then maybe do some adjusting. If Friday is going to be bearish, then Monday is going to be bearish as well. Those 2 days tend to follow through a lot. And like I said, if it's going to be bullish, then this box here is where it's going to turn back up. So if you see the market down here further, then you can be quite confident that we're in a bear market at that point. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.